Hey guys, I want to do an update on my sports betting because it's been about 6 rounds of games. I've been doing it for last week, and there's only been one day where I've come behind in games, like where I actually lost money. Okay, and I made a mistake that time in my calculations, which I didn't incorporate something that I should have done, and so I want to share what I'm actually doing because I'm coming ahead now. A lot of the time I'm coming ahead by not much, considering how many games I'm winning. But the games I'm betting on, the probability is staggeringly in their favor. Okay, so through the money line, you're not necessarily going to be making like doubling, tripling your money or anything like that. You're going to make like put $100 down, you might make 10 or $20. Okay, but still making money. Okay, they're still making money. So this could always be scaled up if you had the bankroll to do so. My method. So what is my method? I outlaid it a bit in past videos, but I want to update it because there's a new incorporation that I have that because I did research and I understood what actually like guys who are professional sports bettors do and what they incorporate, which I wasn't before. Before I was just incorporating team pitching stats and team batting stats, which does give you a good outline and pump those into ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT based on each individual one of those what team is most likely going to win by what percentage probability. Get a probability. It might be 55%, it might be 60%, or 52%. Okay, so obviously you want to pick ones that are higher probability. But the other thing to incorporate is the individual pitching stats, which I get on this one website, like individual pitchers stats, fan graphs, okay, it's called. So when I'm looking at it, like I'm looking at right now, the number one pitcher is Spencer Strider from Atlanta, 15 wins, 10 losses, and then it breaks down everything, but the major things to incorporate is the ERA and the FIP. You can look into yourself. I'm not going to make a video about that breakdown, but the important thing is you pump that into ChatGPT and incorporate that not as a standalone, but on also the team wins and losses, and get ChatGPT then provide a calculation, and it is like 8 or 9 out of 10 probability correct. Now, in baseball, there are always upsets. Okay, that's why you don't want to commit to one bet. You want to like only use a percentage of the bankroll, and there's different betting strategies. But I recommend like if you have a bankroll of $1,000 that you're using for betting, only use 100 to 200, like on a specific day. So you have multiple times to do it. If you don't come, because sometimes you're not going to come out right. You're just going to have a bad day, and if you escalated your betting, that's another strategy where it's like, oh, you lost one day and then you increase your bet to make up for that, and you lose that, and then you increase your bet to make up for that. Well, within 3 or 4 days, if you have consecutive losses, then your whole bankroll is screwed, right? So you need to pick a percentage of the bankroll. I recommend 10% to use, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just starting low. I'm only betting $50 to $80 on a day, right? Depending on how many games are playing. Okay, so tomorrow there are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16-ish games. I'm only betting on 5, and I picked the top 5 probability. So if you want to see for yourself tomorrow, if you're watching this tomorrow, what my picks are, you can see based on when I post this video. I'm picking the Twins. I'm only betting $10 on the Twins game. It's actually it was a rain delay from I was supposed to be betting on it today, but I'm going to bet on it tomorrow. They're playing actually 2 games tomorrow, so if they win the first game, I might bet 10 or 20 on the second game. Second is the Phillies. Today they won 10-1 against the Dodgers, and they're stronger at least percentage in their stats. It can always flip, but the fact that they won 10-1 yesterday is a good sign. Red Sox 65%. Athletics, they won today. Reds 58%. They beat the Rockies today 12-6. So it's like, that's a good lead, right? 12-6. So okay, I'll bet $10 on that one again. And Marlins Astros, they won only 4-3 yesterday, but the stats are overwhelmingly in the Astros' favors. So you have to have like a humanistic like perspective at the end like analyzing the stats, and like I have a bunch of other ones I ticked off as potential games to play, but I only wanted to pick 5, and you gotta like narrow it down, and if you heard me doing so, it's you gotta look at the previous games, especially with they just played the same team and they crushed them 10-1, and there's a 60% chance of them winning. Well, I'll put $20 down on that game, right? Like the problem, even if on $20 I only win $8, the high, it's like overwhelmingly likelihood that I'll win, right? And the other thing you can do is do like a two lead like kind of spread on it. I don't do that, at least not yet, because I understand the fact that some games are really tight. Astros had a big advantage, 65%. You can call it big, but it was a significant statistical advantage over Marlins, but they only beat them 4-3. So if I would have, say they were going to beat them by 2, I would have lost, 10, $20, right? But I think that's something I might incorporate on some games in the future. Ones that just look like they're going to just take them no matter what. But you can incorporate the fact that baseball, there is a degree of randomness, okay? And sometimes there are upsets. It just happens. A team that's an underdog will, get a grand slam, or like they're just on a run. And then the other team might be emotionally, because it's a very emotional game too, there's a lot of suspense involved. They might be like in a bit of a slump, right? As a result. So the rest of the game, they're going to be shit. And there's going to be pressure on each batter to actually do well. And there's a lot of pressure on that batter sitting there, I gotta fucking hit this ball, right? And then they fucking strike out. Happens all the time. I watch many games. I watch like 4 games at once on my computer. I've 4 games going, and if I hear like an escalation of one, then I click, and then I see that there's like a play being made, right? So this is something that it's kind of cool, actually. Like, and again, I'm not losing. I haven't lost money yet. I'm gaining money, not significant money. I might be up only $50 to $80, right, in the last like 6 days. But it's like, wow, big money. Like I make that in 1 hour. Who cares? But it's fun, and there's potential to upscale this if one actually hone in on what works. But I actually believe I do, because I'm using actually a statistical analysis tool to my advantage, to my favor. And then based on that prediction, not just going blindly on that statistical analysis, which, I know they give those as well for the games, but, this is a bit more advanced one, using pitcher statistics, using batting statistics, and the overall team pitching statistics, and everything, right? But also looking in the previous games at their record, especially if they're playing the same team, a few times, and they see that they won the last game 10-1. Well, I think they're going to win the next one, and they got a 65% advantage. I'll put $20 down on that. Like, that's a safe bet, and it's about being safe, right? Anything that's below 55%, and then the fact that their percentage chance of winning, and the fact that they like didn't win their last game against them, I would never bet on that. Say like the Mariners are playing the Padres, right? But Padres have a 55% advantage statistically, but they only won by 1 the last game. I'd be like, fuck no. But if they won by 10 the last game, I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'll put $10 down, right? So you got to incorporate all things. You can't just incorporate statistics, because statistics, there's an old saying, like, statistics can lie. Like, statistics is very good for manipulating your view on things, but it also illustrates things very well, trends and whatnot. So, when we're already into the season as we are right now, we have a trend. We have a bunch of data, and baseball is very good for this data. You build a trend, okay? The team wins and losses, the individual pitchers is a huge one, because that's what makes or breaks a team, I believe, is the pitchers, like the lead pitchers. And if they're performing really well, they got a good pitcher, they're playing a team that kind of has a not so good pitcher, well, you can pretty well paint a picture who's going to win. Even though that there's some noise, which is variance that can happen with, the pitcher might walk two guys, and then there's a guy hits a home run, and then they're up like 3 runs early in the game, and then uh, that kind of makes the other team under pressure. The good, supposed to be the good team, and they don't perform so well. So it's like there's other things. So you got to take that into account. That's why you don't overcommit to one game. It's like, say there was a game that was 80% chance of winning, and I just threw all my bankroll down on it. I would never do that, because if you lose that, then you're out all that money, and good luck gaining that all back. It would take a long time to do so, right? So it's about chipping away at those wins, 10, $20 a game. That's all I'm doing right now. I might escalate it in the near future once I've, seen pattern of success, which I actually have been, to make it so it actually makes it more worthwhile. Because if I only make like 10, $20 and watching, but it's actually cool because I'm spending so much time watching these games, I'm actually enjoying it, right? It actually makes a thrill to it. Uh, but it's a lot of time invested to make like $20, right? I make $20 in 20 minutes at my work. So anyway, that's what I am doing. And what do you guys think about that? If there are any comments, questions, or concerns, or anything, I'd love to hear in the comment section below. But it's really cool because I work right by the casino. I just go in there and there's a kiosk, walk in. Actually, when I'm not even working, I just pull up right to the fucking casino, throw my hazard lights on. You know what I mean? Walk into the casino, like park right in the front door. Normally you have to like park in the garage or something, pay $50. I just park right on the front door, throw my hazards on, walk in there. It takes 10 minutes, walk out, jump back in my car, go to the gym or go somewhere else. Like, and so it's like very easy, convenient for me to make those bets. Like normally, you're at a casino, you got to spend time at tables and things. I just go in there at the sports desk, make my bets, walk out. Bing, bang, boom. Anyway, what do you guys think? Leave in the comments, and I'd love to hear your perspective on my betting strategy. If there's anything else I should incorporate, please let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.